is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Is it an episode? It feels like an episode. Our 60 journey. Today my message is about communication. The first thing that I want to bring up today is, the biggest flaw I find myself in on a daily basis is not that I don't communicate, it's that I don't communicate in the moment that something happens. Okay, so someone I'm hanging out with that whatever says something to me, hurts my feelings a little bit, it's not a big deal, I'll push it off, okay? 5 minutes later goes by, they say something rude to you, not a big deal, brush it off, okay? 3 hours passes. They've said 7 or 8 things to me at this point that have offended me, that were either like direct cuts at who I am as a person, or were somehow offensive, and I felt odd being around that person, being part of the group of someone that was saying something like that, right? If they're advertising a certain energy, and you're not that energy, if someone looks over, you're in that group, and you are that energy, right? If there's someone holding up a gun in your group threatening to kill everybody, and you all stand behind him like this, guess what? You're guilty too. And so that happens to me a lot, okay? And sometimes it's one person throughout a whole day, say 3 hours together, it happens multiple times. Sometimes it's with like a casual friend, someone that maybe they say something once or twice in several hours and I don't say anything, and the next time it happens, the next time it happens, the next time it happens, and you're at that 4th or 5th time, and what happens? Boom! You explode, and all of a sudden you have all these feelings, all these thoughts coming out. Well, I'm really glad that you expressed it. Step 1 of healthy communication is definitely expressing your true feelings and how it is that it's happening with you right now. Step 2, which should probably be before step 1, but everyone goes to step 1 first. Step 2 is doing it when it's happening. Because what happens is, I'm talking to a friend today, and something was happening, I was getting really upset, but we're texting, and I was getting really upset with it, and I thought to myself, should I not say I'm pissed right now? No. And I said, hey, you know what? That's really, really upsetting me, and I'm not okay with it. That needs to change. What's going on there? And you know what they said? Dude, I dig that you're being honest with me. And so my point is, with communication, is you have to be able to let it happen in front of you. Take a moment, which I would call a full breath cycle, a slow in and a slow out. And after you've made at least 1 breath cycle, maybe you need 2 or 3, after you've made that breath cycle with love and compassion and gratitude that they're your friend or lover or family member, say to them, you're disrespecting me right now. What you just said to me, I found offensive. Quit trying to control me. I'm my own person. You have to look at these people and tell them how you're feeling. Because if you hold it in, at some point, no matter what, that bank will burst. Okay? It's like a little piggy bank, or it's a balloon, or it's a room, whatever it is, and they're stuffing it. They're stuffing it. And at some point, if you don't express it out, then what happens is it stays inside of you and it becomes a grudge or an anger that's unresolved or a hate, an energy that's now inside of you because you did not express how you were feeling in the moment through your feelings. And like I said, step 2, which really should be step 1, is taking a breath. And just by breathing, and just by connecting yourself to the ground, and connecting yourself to the sky, and then to your heart, just by doing that, you will be able to express yourself in a loving way that helps someone understand you, right? It's all about setting our boundaries, and if there's someone around you that genuinely wants to spend time with you, and that's something that you're really not okay with, then they'll respect that boundary if they really do want to spend time with you. And if they do not respect your boundary or break it anyway, it's probably best if you walk away from those relationships. And I was trying to explain to someone earlier, they're like, well, like I'm the positive person in their life, and I'm the one who brings them blah, blah, blah. I say, all the people, and you're the light in the group, which is nice. It's kind of egotistical, but it's nice. That energy is meant to be there. It's you, right? The energy you brought. But when you leave, if you genuinely leave and you walk away from that spot and you leave it genuinely vacant, which is also hard for people, being like really genuinely letting go and moving on with your life, that energy in that spot will be filled. Someone else with the same energy vibration, the same resonance as you, will then show up in their life. And the reason why most of us stay here and we don't communicate things is because we want to help these people get better. Right? We're trying to help them get better. And I preach a lot about how it's not your job to make people better. It's your job to set your own boundaries, and if they don't respect them, walk away. Because then what happens is when a new person shows up and they have the same boundaries and the same kind of presence, at that point, you and the new person are now in the same group with this other person. And when they see that and they think, oh, more than one person has that feeling that they don't like to be touched like that or treated like that or talked to like that, then all of a sudden, it's easier for them to have compassion. And it's easier for them to start understanding that you weren't out there by yourself. Sometimes people that are trying to bring in light, I keep doing this because, again, it's really egotistical to think that you're better than everybody else. So maybe their way is okay. But this happens a lot. People want to bring light into an area, a person, a group, a work environment, that we have to step back and walk away. And it'll be filled. And then when the new person shows up and now you're two, then that person, they're going to have such an easier time connecting to the fact that maybe I should be respectful. Maybe I shouldn't talk like that, all because you made a boundary and then sometimes you have to leave. But communication is how we set those boundaries. It's how we move. It's how we toss back and forth the ball. Because honestly, guys, what happened to me today is I was talking to a friend again, and we were holding all this energy in. Neither one of us were talking about what it is we were feeling on the inside. We were standing off of it. And then when we finally got in the circle and talked about everything, we were like, oh my gosh, I would have felt so much better 2 days ago had I known that. But we're making assumptions, they're making assumptions, they're making assumptions, they're making assumptions. That's 4 asses. Where's the head? Where's the head? I'll tell you, when you ask, the head knows, and so does the heart. And so anyway, this is a longer video than normal. The message today is communication from the heart. Honest, open, sincere communication from the heart. Take a breath first. Take that breath like it's good. Notice how you're feeling. Notice. Is the breath changing anything inside of you? Is there a boil that just happened? Is there a lightning strike? Is there a flood? What happened in you just now? And then take a breath into that moment, into that energy, and dissipate it. Spread it out. It had a lesson to learn. It came for a reason, right? There's a reason why these people are crossing your boundaries. There's a reason. And once you discover what your boundaries are and you truly set them, I promise the communication will just... Anyway, thank you guys so much for listening. Again, my name is Lucas. I give personal intuitive readings with emotional counseling. I can help you with spiritual counseling too, and even physical stuff. I have a degree in dance, 2/3 degree in kinesiology. I got information. I'm still learning every day. I'm trying to humble myself to that. But if you guys need anything, you know my number. Let's do a reading.